What's going on, everybody? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Tana Latson is headed to South Carolina. Now, does this help South Carolina? Yeah, it gives them an extra score. A lot of people are really upset as well. They're like, what's going to happen to Fu Wiley? Like, you can't start all three. Now, people are going to look at it like, if you start all three, you're going to be kind of small. But your lineup will be a lot quicker. South Carolina, in my opinion, going to those three will be very dangerous if you use it correctly, which I believe Don could, because Tana Latson can play with the ball in her hand. Plus, she can be without the ball. She played with Gordon next to her. Gordon also could run the point guard play or run the two. Fu Wiley would be a lot better because of Raven's length, her arms and her length and everything. She could probably guard the threes, the ones or the twos. The thing is that people are wondering where the minute's going to go for Fu Wiley. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Fu Wiley is very special. Fu Wiley's a player who, when everything is together, her head's on right, she knows what to do. She's the best thing out there. Like I said, I like her more than Madison Booker. I'm just saying, because Madison Booker, to me, like she got the tools and all of that, but it's when I need her late in the game. Now, her going there is going to help them, of course, have a player, like I was saying, who could score. But her and Fu Wiley, Fu Wiley's more of a, I'm going to get it, I'm going to either shoot the three or I'm going to get downhill. Latson could pull up from the three. She could get to her spots. She's a better scorer than Fu Wiley, fundamentally wise. But they've played together before. They're aware of one another. And the person who's going to sacrifice is Raven. Raven don't mind not taking any shots. That's why I like Raven on the next level, because Raven does so many other things. A lot of these players and a lot of these people who watch the game or analyze the game, they feel like in their heart of hearts that they feel in their heart of hearts that they can how do I say it? They feel like you got to put up 30 or 25 to be effective, and you don't. If you're a person who's a great scorer, or I'm not going to say great, but a good scorer, and you get shut down and you're not and you're not able to do anything, then, you know, then what are we doing? As you see here, you got Latson, and of course you got Fuwali playing together. This video was put out there to show people that Latson and Fuwali can play. A lot of people are saying Fuwali ain't gonna be effective. She's losing minutes. Fuwali will be fine. The thing Fuwali has to work on is her decision making, when to go, when not to go. She has to work on her shot, in my opinion, consistently. Defensively, she has to get better. But Fuwali, I believe in. I believe she'll be fine. I just think people are so gun-ho in because Dawn, how she plays her system, everybody really doesn't score a whole bunch of points. Everybody divvy up the minutes, and they divvy up. So when you divvy up the minutes a lot, like you do, it it kind of like when you divvy up the minutes, it kind of makes people uncomfortable, because they feel like if you play on any other team on the next level, you won't be able to play like the big minutes. Like, this is why a lot of people don't go after a lot of Don's players, because they feel like unless you're like an Asia or an Aaliyah, something special like that, or a Milla, you know, they kind of look at you like, okay, you're a role player or you're a bench player. Ty Harris has done a lot to shake off people saying that, oh, well, she's not going to be able to go to the next level and do certain things like that. So, you know how it is. Now, Sakima Walker, the 6'5" senior, she's entered the transfer portal, which a lot of us knew she was. But they might run a 3-guard system. Now, Wolfenbarger is set to return to LSU for her senior season, which I knew she would, because it's like, this is my last year, so whatever. So, Raven posted this, basically letting the cat out the bag. Let's run it back, twin. Because Latson basically, this is for fair use act, people. Please do not strike. We're just reporting what's going on out here in the news. Now, this is what she showed earlier today. Yesterday. She's committed. So she reposted the Let's Run It Back, twin. This was earlier, and Tanaya basically said, let's run it back. They won a lot of championships with one another. Tanaya wants to win. She wants to win. I understand people are like, well, you got to develop, you got to do this. Listen, people want to win. You can always fix your shot. You can always fix all of that. I don't need my point guard shooting like these guards are doing. You don't win with the shoot first guard, a point guard. You don't. Stop telling me about Steph Curry. Steph Curry's not a shoot first point. He's a two guard. He don't play like a point. You understand? He don't play like a point. The point of attack on that team is Draymond Green. So in this instance and everything, Raven can run the point, but she don't necessarily have to have the ball in her hand. So you guys and gals think you have to have the ball in your hand. You can have the point of attack operate in the high post. They can operate in the low post. They can operate from the wing, depending on the skill set of the player. Tana Latson is a player who has the ball in her hand a lot for Florida State. So she had the ability to score, do whatever she wants. Now that she's playing here, how is she going to deal with the sacrifice where she's not scoring as much as she did? That's what's going to play a key factor. But this is going to be her senior year, so she's gone after this year. So she wants to win a championship, and then she goes to the next level. She's going to get drafted. A 5'8" scorer like she is. She could pull up and shoot from all three levels. She just has to polish her game some more, add to her bag. But she's straight. So, that was shown earlier. So, these are basically going into next season. Like, who are you ranking the top 15 players? You have Sarah Strong 1. You got Betts 2. You got Hannah Hidalgo 3. AZ Fudd 4. Tana Latson 5. Flaw J 6. 7 Madison Booker. 8 Olivia Miles. 9 Audie Crooks. 10 Michaela Williams. 11 Sarah Williams. 12 Joyce Edwards. 13 Michaela Blakes. 14 Reagan Beers. Malaysia Fuwali 15. And Juju is like, you don't know yet. But however, I don't have that list per se. Flaw J is not over Madison, but I have Flaw J down to where Sarah Williams or Joyce is at. I have Joyce. I have AZ Fudd 2. Okay. AZ Fudd would be 2. I would have Joyce Edwards 3. Hannah 4. Betts 5. Latson 6. 7. I would go Madison Booker 7. 8 Miles, yeah. Audie, Michaela. Flaw J would be at 14 or 15. Malaysia would be up to 11 or 10. Maybe 9. But to disrespect Fuwali like this, because it's recency bias. And it's like she just lost, but it's like, see, this is the problem. People have recency bias. They don't watch the body of work. I'm a body of work person. I believe if you are O-band for most of your life and you do something that's real a couple times of your life, you're still an O-band. And you can't change your stripes. So if you don't know what an O-band is, go listen to my videos. I tell you what it is. So that's something to look for. Do I think South Carolina could do I think they could okay, so Denim the Shields entered. Do I believe that I don't even know what I was gonna say. So Kenley Dudley is a 6'2" freshman. You got all these people transferring. Naya's headed somewhere from SMU. So Sanaya Tyler's committed. She's a transfer. So she's committed. She's committed. So this player here, well, she's waiting. Now, Kansas State's Gisela Sanchez, she's entered the transfer portal. She's a 6'4" player. She added a do not contact, which means she's going to be the one making decisions. Now, the sister of Chloe Kitts, Kylie Kitts, she basically is hitting the transfer portal, which I knew she would from Florida. She's a 6'4" post player. She was ranked as the number 25 recruit in that 2025 class. So she's in the portal. Ella Brow is gone. Now, Sakima, the reason she left is she only averaged 1.4. She really couldn't get on the floor, and she possibly could probably start or play somewhere with her size. So she's going to try to go get a good year in, because if she could play, listen, if some of these players can go somewhere and actually ball out, they'll be fine, because the draft is going to be weak. The draft is going, I wouldn't say weak. I would just say the draft's not going to be as big as everyone thinks. Now, Danny Carnegie, I believe. She's basically transferring. She's a 5'9" freshman, average 12 and 5. No, you could say 13 and 5. I like to round up. And she committed to Georgia. She was pretty good last year. Georgia Tech problem was they were good, and then all of a sudden when they went against adversity, they just fell apart. But her going to Georgia would be good, because Georgia got a bunch of freshmen over there. And her coming over there, man, they're all going to be sophomores now. Georgia going to be dangerous. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win the whole thing, but they're going to be dangerous. People got to watch them. They're going to be dangerous. Let me see something. So tonight going there. Now Duke's Vanessa De Jesus has entered the transfer portal. She's 5'8". Now this is Texas A&M. They're losing people too. Like Joni's losing people. So Talia, I think it's Talia Parker. She didn't average nothing really. She's the person coming. She's probably going to try to get a starting job or get some playing time. She couldn't get it under Joni. So she possibly get it here. She's going to be paired next to Olivia Miles. So you're going to start seeing a lot of people either going to where Olivia Miles is at, going to South Carolina, or going to LSU. You know? And I talked about the Kate Koval thing, so. Now Rutgers, Maya Petticord has entered the transfer portal as well. So has oh man, my eye messing up. So has Keomi McMiller. Now, this was a very shocking development. Avery Howell committed to Washington. She was the 6-foot freshman from SC to Washington, and she basically left because of Juju not being there. And plus, like I told my auntie Juju, she not going to agree with me, but I'm sorry, dog. Don't nobody want to play with Gottlieb. Gottlieb don't come off as a coach to me. She comes off as a substitute teacher. You know, auntie gonna blast me, but I love auntie. Auntie love me, so I'm just gonna be real with her. Like, I just do not like Gottlieb. And I think if Gottlieb don't get it done this year, but she got a pass because Juju got hurt. Now, Texas Tech transfer. Logan Johnson has gone from Texas Tech to West VA. She averaged 5.4 points per game this past season, and she's a 5'10 sophomore, so she's going there. So we're going to see how she plays. A lot of these players think that they're better than what they are. They have to go somewhere else to understand, yeah, I don't think I was really all that. And you wasn't. But you got to go somewhere else to get reassurance that you really weren't all that. You got this. Georgia Tech is just losing a lot of people. This is Tiana Thompson, 5'10 player. She's transferring to Ole Miss. Coach Yo got another one. So, again, a lot of players are leaving these programs thinking that it's green on the other side. They're going to get a rude awakening. You can't keep jumping from place to place. SMU is losing players because Adia Banks, I believe that's her name, is the coach there. So she's going to bring in a lot of her players. This is SMU Jessica Peterson. She's going to Miami, 6'2 senior. So she averaged 10 and 12 out there. So she was pretty good. I think the thing is she's going there because, of course, the Cavill twins are there. I believe that's their last name. I forgot. The Cavinger, I believe, twins. So she's going to go play with some guards who like to pass. And she'll get the ball more. See, a lot of these players see that the draft really ain't going to be that strong next year. Especially the back end. It's not going to be that strong. So we'll see. So Idaho picked up Deborah Dos Santos. You know, this was a big one. Love the cover, though. So they got her. Florida State women coach got 2. Now, Washington got a pretty decent. Washington picked up this Eula Grabowskawa. She was a 6'5 center from Michigan. She rarely play. Let me show you guys. Right here. She's a Michigan transfer. She was on the bench because Michigan basically ran a bunch of guards. Of course, Olivia Miles Here's Keomi McMiller. She's considering these programs her landing spot, which you got San Jose, you got Tennessee, the Bulls, Auburn, U of H, Florida State. So the product is basically on the move. The thing with Keomi is this. Who can control her brashness? Who can get her to buy into team? Because the coach at Rutgers wasn't able to do it. You know, can she play within a system? Or is she going to end up being another one-on-one, my turn, forget everybody else, I'm going to get mine player? These players don't last at the next level. They don't. They last for a little bit, but they don't last on the next level like that. That's going to be the issue for her. Is she going to be able to do what she does somewhere else? Because players like this are on their last leg. Like, if she don't let it work where she's going, she's in trouble. Now, Marta Suarez, she's transferring from Cal. So her schools is TCU, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and North Carolina. Now, Auburn transfer Savannah Scott's committed to UCF. A lot of people are going to leave Auburn because the new coach. They probably want to go somewhere else because the coach is gone. You know, right here, going to UCF. Didn't really average nothing, but those could jump because I don't know if UCF has any people there bigs in her way. You know. Then we got Iowa State, Kelsey Jones entered the transfer portal, 5'10", probably to get more playing time. Then, of course, you got Gabby Elliott, who committed to Arizona State. She averaged 13-5, or I like to say 14-5. You know, Gabby was good last year. Wasn't the greatest, but she was okay. And then you got Jordan Jones transferring. She's a Denver transfer. So she probably wants to go to the next level so she can get more more look at, more airtime. So she'll get a chance to go. She's into the transfer portal. Grace Hall is expected to commit to SMU, so she's going there. From Penn State, 6'2" junior. She only averaged 6 points a game. Shea Bolin is into the transfer portal. So you got a lot of people going to SMU. That's Sanaya Ja entered. Arizona just, I don't know what's going on. People do not, after they go there, they leave. And of course, it's Del Rosario. Entered the transfer portal. Syracuse and Clemson are the only ACC programs that have 0 players enter the transfer portal. That is big. If they could snag them a couple players from the transfer portal to add to what they have, they're going to be dangerous. Oh, yeah, Dos Santos already got picked up. SMU's going to have a pretty good team. Signed her too. So some people have played at 2 places already, and they're just transferring to keep transferring. It's like, bruh, you ain't got to keep transferring. So here we go. Kate Koval to LSU. Now, Yarden Garzon to Merlin. I don't know if y'all remember Yarden Garzon from Indiana. Dog, she got a whip. She can shoot that thing. She was giving USC, whoever she played in the Big Ten, problems. And out of conference, she gave problems. Gracie Merkel's going to Merlin, too, which is good. Both of them, I believe, are shooters. Nyla Harris to USC. Namira Hines to Clemson. Riley Thurkoff to Georgia. Paulina Paris to SMU. Skylar Jones to Louisville. Jada Williams to Iowa State. That was a big one that day. Amari Whiting to Oklahoma State. Caitlin Peterson to Ole Miss. Talia Scott to Baylor. Clara Silva to TCU. And Gal Raviv to Miami. And Rachel Rose to Clemson. So that's what you got. So I just wanted to go over some of the played things for you. Now they're putting a report out here that Paige might have asked for a trade out of Dallas, or they might trade them. Hold on, let me. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Let's see. They were saying something about Paige. They were saying something, another report came out like where she might not go to Dallas or whatever. I'm like, man, look, Paige is going to Dallas. So Zanaya Saka Nagimin has entered the transfer portal. Daily Bruin. Every member of UCLA's 2024 recruiting class is now in the portal. They gone. All right, so basically they're saying that Cody McMahon is going to Ole Miss, and their sources will be shocked if she don't. Some people are saying she currently is on a visit with Ole Miss. So that would be a huge addition for Coach Yo. If Coach Yo gets Cody McMahon, it's on point.
Like, oh, she is being victimized because you're white. What else? Because you're from a different class of player economically.
For sure, absolutely. I definitely have privilege. I'm obviously white, but I think I'm somebody that grew up a huge fan of this league. I grew up watching this league, going to games, supporting this league, so I know where this league comes from. A lot of
people said you were being targeted for reasons other than the fact that you're a rookie and this is how we treat rookies.
Well, I don't think I was being targeted, so.
Right, but what did other people think? Oh, she is being victimized because you're white. What else? Because you're from a different class of player economically.
For sure, absolutely. I definitely have privilege. I'm obviously white, but I think I'm somebody that grew up a huge fan of this league. I grew up watching this league, going to games, supporting this league, so I know where this league comes from. A lot of black women that grew up making this league what it is, and that's kind of the shoulders that we stand on. So I think that was something I'm very aware of and something I'm very thankful for. And they definitely deserve all their credit. And the more we can give credit to them, the better. So I'm very aware of that, and I know that. And I think there is responsibility and acknowledgement.
So that basically was Caitlin Clark talking. Basically, she it's funny how now all of a sudden she's coming out when she could have debunked all of this a long time ago, but she didn't because her team was making money. They was making money. They were making money. And people ask, why was the rating so high for her? Because y'all use racism to push it. Whenever there's a white athlete that can play basketball or football or whatever sport that a black that blacks are dominating, y'all push and go over the top to try to diminish black people, whether it's men or women, to try to make said white player the greatest of all time. And there you go, her fine self. There you go, Satu. They're at the Phoenix game. Fair use act, y'all. Phoenix Mercury gonna be in trouble because they ain't got no bench. They bench is terrible. What's going on with Bianca? Oh, it's a 36th birthday. Shout out to the beautiful Bianca Belair. 36th birthday, man. Beautiful woman, has done a lot in wrestling, and she's one of my favorite wrestlers. And so somebody said, cool. Al cool. Iowa can hang the more viewers award, and UConn will hang our 12th national championship banner. Oh man. This is hilarious. talking about views. I'm going to need all to explain why popularity. I'm going to need all that raised better explain Caitlyn's popularity because she's white to explain why 10 million more people watched her last year than Paige Beckers. I'll hang up and listen. Sarah said, cool, Iowa can hang the more viewers award and UConn will hang our 12th national title banner. I'll hang up and listen. See, that's how you attack these trolls. And Drew came in and said, well, to be fair, we need to finish space to hang it first. We're running out of room. It's about winning. Nobody care about nobody care that y'all had views and everything. Like, bro, that's fine. We'll hang banners up. You can listen, somebody from the class gotta be the stat patter. They got to. It happens. But people at like 8.5 is bad. It's not. 18.9 was just the record because they used black women to push her up. Now all of a sudden she coming out saying, oh, well, you know, oh, well, that's just the way it is. And then look at this. Kennedy Carter out taking flicks with fans. I want to know why y'all were talking all this trash about Kennedy Carter, right? Why ain't she on a team? Like, why isn't she on a team? But yet, Angel can't make a layup, right? You got all these moves. Why ain't you on the team? I told y'all why she not on the team. And you guys know because you on my Patreon. Make sure you go to my Patreon. I got a video up. So you got Tana Latson, you got Raven Johnson, you got Malaysia Fuwali, you got Tessa Johnson, you got Maddie McDonald, Alia McDowell, and Agate McKeer. That's going to be your guards and your wings next year. The big's going to be straight. So, but people going to find a way to hate Don. See, this is why they don't like Paige. This is why they don't like Paige. Congratulations to the best women's basketball player I have ever seen. To this day, it still hurts me to say our overall one-on-one record in 5th and 6th grade was 50-4 from going to the park and Lifetime every day to biking to 43 hoops together for training. You were one of the main reasons I fell in love with basketball. You're an amazing role model and a great sister. Oh, hold on. Okay. Role model and a great sister. I appreciate everything you do. I'm so proud of what you've overcome today. All about you, family. I love you. This is basically Paige's father This is her mother. You could say stepmother, whatever. Her father married her. This is the father and the mom's son. This is her son from a previous marriage. So him and Paige are best friends. Always been a winner. This is basically a dig at the CC fans, because all they care about is popularity and numbers. This is them growing up. This is why they hate Paige. This is why Paige is cool being around black people. And that's not to say other people. It's not saying you have to marry somebody black to understand. Paige is just a good human being. She don't see color. And this is my thing. Until America does something like this, where we all can be cool and connect and get rid of all these racist bigots and bastards who are ruining the country like this orange bastard Trump, we are going to continue falling down into that same batch that everybody else has in history. So that's how it is. So, but yeah, and the thing is, Angel and Olivia have always been friends. They've always been friends. They're friends. Olivia talks to Angel all the time. A lot of these young players look up to Angel. They don't look up to Caitlin Clark. This is what I'm trying to tell you. All these women are dressing the way they're dressing because of her. They saw her in LSU. They saw her dressing up, dressing like a supermodel runway, and they like, we could do that too? We gonna do it. Her and Olivia are best. Her and Olivia are cool. They buddies. Olivia calls her when she's down. Olivia calls her when things ain't going right. And Olivia basically talked to her. You know, she wanted to transfer. Now, sources are also saying that Kylie Watson is set to commit to TCU along with Olivia Miles, which I'm not surprised. A lot of people are going to come to TCU. And Quita loves sports. Like, you got to stop with the clickbait. Y'all got to stop getting upset with Kevin Durant because he went to go play on the Warriors to get him 2 chips. Y'all got to let it go. She's talking about, did she do it, Kevin Durant, and go to the team that beat her? What are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. The point of sports is to win a championship. You either win it on your team or you go to a team that beat you. There's been plenty of players to go to teams that beat them before. What are you talking about? This is why I don't really mess with a lot of content creators. Because after I watch your content and I get that feel of you, I'm like, I can't mess with you. I can't mess with you. You're a clickbaiter now.
They would go smoke cigars. I wasn't doing that at 20 years old, 21 years old. So for me, my guy was me, Perk. We were the young guys. So when Ray left, I feel like they were more attached to more of a damn. Like we came in this bitch together, and then you do us like that. For me, it was like, man, we at war with these. Right. you my shooter. So that's the mentality, the mindset that again that played in that particular time of the game. That's how it was. So it's not like he went and joined the Washington Wizards. He's going every time we in the final conference.
That I forgot. How did you feel about when Ray Allen came to Miami?
Oh man,
You dirty.
No, that's a legit question.
How did y'all feel about it?
So the thing about it was you had just described our energy toward each other, correct?
Yeah.
About how again it was the Celtics and it was the Heat and it was smoke every time we saw each other.
It went no like. It went no like.
Right. So we at war.
Yeah.
That's the mindset. We at war. And then one of our troops joins the op. How would you feel? That was the mindset again. It wasn't. I don't feel like it was for me. People want to like point me, but for me it wasn't as much as it did for the big three because those guys were the ones that were together. For me, Ray was my dog. He's my backcourt mate, and I love playing with Ray. But it was like I wasn't as attached as people thought I was in a sense because again, Ray's 10 years older than me. So. We had a lot of things off the court that we did in common. Like I said, we always had great Halloween parties. We always support each other off the court. That's what made our
all showed up together.
Yeah, we showed
You
together.
have to have that.
But Ray was a part of the big three in a sense. They would go smoke cigars. I wasn't doing that at 20 years old, 21 years old. So for me, my guys, we were the young guys. So when Ray left, I feel like they were more attached to more of a like we came in this together. And then you do us like that. For me, it was like, man, we at war with these. Right. you my shooter. So that's the mentality, the mindset that again that played in that particular time of the game. That's how it was. So it's not like he went and joined the Washington Wizards. He's going every time we in the conference finals, we at these, and you go join him. So that was the disconnect. We didn't really. But again, he made his own decision. That's my guy. I would clear up like if no harm foul, like everybody trying to point me as a guy. And I'm gonna clear up one thing. It was a rumor like that I didn't invite him to the reunion, but I'm like, for one, I always operated. I always talked to my big homies. So it wasn't like it was my decision to say something or to go about it as he's not invited. I'm like, y'all won't do it there, then I got the green light to say or the red light, whatever how we gonna code it. But I got the message from them. And I was just the guys that were organizing.
We get it. When you paint it like that, it's like we at war versus them. You go join them. You with them. You with them.
If you say anything and Brian or Bosch come over here with us.
To Boston?
That's what I'm saying. That's the same goddamn thing.
Ooh, I ain't never even thought about that. You ain't lying. If I see CB over there with y'all and we playing y'all in the conference.
See, and that's the thing. See, people misconstrue. Kevin Durant and the Warriors didn't play each other like that. They only met one time. That's it. The Warriors' beef was with the Clippers and the Spurs. KD's was with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Spurs. The Lakers were done at that point because Kobe was older. So all it is, you can't beat them and join them, like they never had beef. It wasn't like Boston versus Miami. See, Boston it was them versus LeBron. LeBron went to Miami. D Wade and Bosh inherited that. So it was crucial after that. Boston beat a lot of people. But see, you people don't understand that because y'all just look at one move and think, it couldn't. No, it never was that. If Kevin Durant would have gone to Memphis, it would have been on and pop. I'd have been like, man, why would you go play with them? But he went to the Warriors. It's like, y'all got to get out of that. So we got Agate McKeer and Ayla McDowell. They have a basketball game. So these are your two new guards coming to South Carolina. South Carolina going to be crazy next year. They're going to be on point. That's why I'm not even worried. Everybody like, oh, you lost and everything. I'm like, bruh, Dawn will be back. If not next year, it'd be year after. She's good. Fuwali gonna be a bench her entire college career. Hey, but she's gonna win championships and she's gonna be a major contributor. And she's still gonna go high in the draft. Now,
she's always there.
So here we go. Fair USAT, fair USAT.
Are you friends with Angel Reese? Yes, I am friends with Angel Reese. She is an incredible human, y'all. She's always there for me. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have to really say. Are you friends with Angel Reese? Yes, I am friends.
So a lot of these players look up to Angel Reese. They do. A lot of them don't look up to Caitlin Clark. Like, and it's not a diss to Caitlin Clark. I'm not even dissing her. It's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got to understand. Players going to be players. They're going to be who they are. See, this is what it's about. Passing on the knowledge from the older generation to the young. The women in the W and women in the sports, they give each other grace. Like the older generation to the newer generation. In the NBA, you can't do it because these young guys got way too much money and they feel they bigger and better than players from the past when them players from the past would bust their ass. If Cheryl Swoops got on the court today from like the prime Cheryl Swoops, she'll destroy everybody in this league. But she always supports Asia. She supported Angel during her time in trials. Why didn't CC say anything when Angel was getting death threats and getting destroyed? Why didn't she come out then? She didn't. Because her team told her not to. And see, when you see this, this is showing the sisterhood that everybody's cool. And that's the facts. See, that's the promotion of the league. That's what the league need to promote. The league need to promote that. You know? That's what they need to promote. So, that's who they need to promote. Now, here's the shade. Here's your shade. Breaking. Paige Beckers joins Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, and Camila Cardoso as the only top 5 players from the 2020 recruiting class to win a national title. At the end of the day, it's about winning. It's not about just stats. It's about winning. Thank y'all for listening. Okay? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If you love what you hear, donate to the page. Go to the description box. Hit that link to the Cashapp to donate whatever your heart's desire. Or you guys can super chat or super thanks. You guys can also buy merchandising. We got new merch out and we got the old merch is in the description box. You guys can also sign up to the Patreon. It's $3 a month. You know, so man, holla at your guy, man. We are out. Deezy.